I honestly don't know why critics are that surprised and bashing on the new live action remake of The Little Mermaid so much. When is the last time we've seen a live action remake come even close to its original? They're nothing but nostalgic cash grabs, which I'll be honest, I'm kind of here for and really love it. Now, to be fair, I'm one of those critics who came down hard on this film before it was even released. I had some choice words for Halle Bailey, which I've kind of expanded on all on my Patreon page. We have an entire week of the Little Mermaid videos up on there, including Part of Your World, Poor Unfortunate Souls, Under the Sea. They are all there on my Patreon page. You can find the link to join that in the description below, and I go into a little bit more detail of my true thoughts of Halle Bailey in this film. But for today, I thought we'd take a look at one of the most memorable, well-executed songs of this entire film, Kiss the Girl.
Percussion.
Strings. Winds.
Words. There, you see her sitting there across the way. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. Possible she wants you to use your words, boy, and ask her.
Do you want to try?
If the time is right, then the time is tonight. Go on and kiss the girl.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, look like the boy too shy. Ain't gonna kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, ain't that sad? Ain't it a shame? Too bad he's got on as the
Pull it
girl.
back, Scott, pull it back. Now's your moment, floating in a blue lagoon. Boy, you better do it soon.
No time will be better.
She don't say a word, and she won't say a word until you kiss the girl.
Kiss the girl. Kiss the girl.
Sha-la-la-la-la, don't be scared. You got the mood prepared. Go on and kiss the girl. Wow, wow. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't stop now. Don't try to hide it. How you wanna kiss the girl? Sha-la-la-la-la-la, float on now and listen to this song. This song say kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la, the music play. Do what the music say. You gotta kiss the girl. You gotta kiss the girl.
Why don't you
Kiss the girl.
come on and kiss the girl?
Go on and kiss the girl.
Now, for anyone who's paying attention and anyone who's diehard fans of the original, a lot of lyric shifts actually in that song, which, yeah, I don't blame them. They're trying to make it more modern day and a little bit more acceptable. The song was, questionable even when it was released in '89. So now they've kind of updated the lyrics to make it a little bit more palatable for everyone involved. Like I said at the top, this is one of the scenes that I think they executed absolutely perfectly. I don't see how they could have done any better on this, but I have a few comments to make. Let's go back to the beginning and watch it again.
Percussion.
Strings. Winds.
That's right off the top. That's one of the things, and not to spoil everything I'm going to say about Under the Sea when you watch that video. But to me, they used the surroundings. They used everything around them. The way they shot this was so clever. I mean, you have an entire ocean to use under the sea, and did they use everything around them to the full effect of even like what the cartoon was able to come up with in '89? I don't think so. I was just really disappointed, I think, about that one. But here it's just very simplistic, but it just uses their surroundings so well. So it got me into the song right away.
You see her sitting there across the way. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl.
Now, there's something very like intriguing about Daveed Diggs' voice. I mean, yeah, the man was on Broadway for how long? So obviously he's got some talents. They used him mostly for his rap ability in that song, but he can carry a tune, and he's got in this, like, it kind of grew on me. Again, Under the Sea, I will comment on all of that when we react to that video. But this one here, I kind of give him a pass. It kind of makes it just makes sense for the song. You don't need some beautiful melodic singer to sing this one. You kind of need more of like that character voice, and kind of just, like a friend on the side, just helping, being a bit of a wingman here for Ariel, trying to get her, get her man. And it works. The voice just suits, I think, this song so much better than maybe some of the others.
Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. Possible she wants you to use your words, boy, and ask her.
There's one lyric shift right there.
If the time is right, then the time is tonight. Go on and kiss the girl.
And another one.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, look like the boy too shy, ain't gonna kiss the girl.
It's so smart.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, ain't that sad, ain't it a shame, too bad, he's got on his black guy.
Pull it back, Scott, pull it back.
Yeah, I would say, like, this whole film, I think Awkwafina pushes a little bit too far. She's being directed there, so it's really not her fault. The moments that she has, a lot of laughs that land, and I really love the character she brought to it. But there are times she pushes maybe a little bit too hard. The voice applies to all of them. All three of them here don't need to be amazing singers. It's like, again, it comes back to that, having the wingmen at the bar. They don't need to be like the smoothest ones in the room. They just need to make it obvious what they're trying to do, how they're trying to help their friend. And that's kind of the feeling I get here. So it's kind of almost more endearing, the fact that none of the three of them can really sing that well, but all together it still creates kind of this beautiful melody, and they still kind of create what you can call a little bit of harmony, I guess. It makes sense to me.
Now's your moment, floating in a blue lagoon. Boy, you better do it soon. No time will be better.
Even that is just perfect.
She don't say a word, and she won't say a word until you kiss the girl.
Kiss the girl. Kiss the girl.
Sha-la-la-la-la, don't be scared. You got the mood prepared. Go on and kiss the girl. Wow, wow. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't stop now. Don't try to hide it. How you wanna kiss the girl? Sha-la-la-la-la-la, float on now and listen to this song. This song say kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la, the music play. Do what the music.
There is just so my biggest problem with this entire film was the lack of magic in it. And I don't know if that's what everyone else is looking for, but that's exactly what I'm looking for. I get it, it's a live action remake, but it's a live action, but I still want the magic that you saw in the original. So there's very few things in this entire film that are believable in the plot to begin with. So why are we not just making, embracing that world of make-believe even more, and just making every scene as magical and beautiful to look at as we can? That's really what I miss out of this entire thing. If you want to compare in terms of underwater films, do not watch Avatar, the latest version of Avatar, and Little Mermaid back to back, because you will think that this live action came out in 1989 compared to what they're able to do with Avatar. I get it, the budgets are completely different for those films, but it's just, one was so successful at making an underwater world come alive so well. as opposed to this one. It's semi-realistic, but also just looks so beautiful for this like romantic setting. It gives you a little bit of Notebook vibes almost. Yeah, I loved the way they approached
They
this.
say you gotta kiss the girl. You gotta kiss the girl. Why don't you kiss the girl? Come on and kiss the girl. Go on and kiss the girl.
Like I said before, I admittedly came down pretty hard on both of those actors, which I will go into much more detail on the Patreon page and the videos we look at there. I have a lot to say about Halle Bailey. It's a tough road for anyone who's going to take on these characters, who's going to decide to direct it, write the music. Lin-Manuel Miranda steps up and does a pretty good job adding, you know, Lin-Manuel Miranda-esque things. But it's a huge risk, anyone who touches a classic like The Little Mermaid, because you have those nostalgic people who want the original to just be completely recreated in live action form, and then you have others who really want to see a reinterpretation of it. So you're trying to please two sides at the same time, and in the end I think they kind of just towed the line right up the middle and kind of took 50% from each side. And so that's what you get. You kind of get a 50% complete film. But overall, I am glad they took on the risk to make a live action remake of this one. This might be the most challenging one to remake of all the Disney films, I would say. And it's just okay. They did fairly well in producing the nostalgia of the original. Like I said, please join me on my Patreon page. We have 3 new videos a week going up on there, including an entire week dedicated to this 2023 release of The Little Mermaid. That's all the time we have. Please hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, join me at my Patreon page. I'm Mark Daniel Patrick, and we will see you next time.